up? Know what I'm saying? In here with some stars. Know what I'm saying? What's up, EP8? The boy Black. That man put. Know what I'm saying? You boys wanna know who take this wheel? What's up, EP8? Wanna do something off this beat? Know we in here crunk late night about 1 or something. Talk about drinking on that drink. Know what I'm saying? Just for that sticky boy. Know what I'm talking about? That boy there. What's up? Run a nigga down, there is no delaying. Niggas from the south side just really slaying. Just the way it got to be understood. Niggas from the neighborhood, touch they get, you know it's understood. I'm laying, I'm spraying, them hoes they be tripping. Them north side niggas, they coming over here flipping. Trying to run a sit, but nigga you can bet. It's time to grab the gas and go and make a nigga witness like the pistol. Grab the fucking pump, and niggas come on, put these niggas in the trunk. Cause as it's outside, niggas hold your card. Nigga, like you say, we just on that boulevard. How can a nigga come from that homestead and take back another motherfucking red? Motherfucking ride, another fucking bubble, another bumper kid, nigga, now it's fucking trouble. You stepped in the yard, nigga, now you done pull. A motherfucking moon, now it's time to get you through. Other fucking syrup gone on a fucking mission. Pull out the hoop, cause now it's time to lynch them. Motherfucking niggas up, I hope you hear the hope you hear my flow. Cause I'm in the 9-4. Make a dub, can you know about the screw? That salt, that pad, that stick, that blunt. Them boys, we down for the mix. Orleans, bring your gat, cause they stole a 7 deuce. Trying to break these boys off because your was coming juice. Now it's time to break a motherfucking move. Let's take the tomato foes back to the south, fool. Ain't no stopping motherfucking gas when they pull. Roll up on homestead, nigga, I'm full. I'm out the window, I'm hanging so low. I'm rolling AK banana clip, yo. So I start the fucking spraying, I shoot up the block. Let's take these motherfuckers off, cause it don't stop. It's that S, that U, that O, that what, that south side, nigga. I thought you know with the flow coming dangerous. Time to change them, rearrange them. Ain't no fucking faking, ain't no Satan, can't be blamed for the fucking hating on that side. We just rolling out here and clean as right. Niggas play a haters, they see you in the mix on TV. They jealous of your G because you hurting. We real working. Nigga poppin' trunk TV, I'm chirping. What the alarm? Take off the wheel. You know you're from the side, so you know that shit is real. So they start jacking, trying to take hours. But I'ma come, time to bring down the shower. To the fucking boys, time to hit the funeral. Blast on that hoe, cause you know, man, cuz I'm through. Man, I'm through, man, it ain't no move, man. Gotta break these boys from that north off, man. Know what I'm saying? It's real. Cause they gon' take another nigga bump and grill next. Cause it's time to flex. Cause them boys, they really got flex. Cause they came up to rob a detail. Try to take your shit, nigga. I ain't gon' tell no stories, no lies, nigga. Yeah, it's true. They riding in the hoop, these just peeping you. So I got my loc on and I got my smoke on. Time to take me to one of these niggas to the grave home. So hard, you know what I said. Let's hit the hoop and let's go homestead. We going fed cause we got the AK. Time to spray the block, tape it off, we don't play. Nothing but south side. What's up, Kiki? I miss you on this floor, yeah, you and me. And the stick on that wood straight wrecking. We put them boys in check and in effect. Now them boys heels, they heels on the north. And if you hearing this, nigga, we ain't soft. Just some fucking G's, we fucking players. Sitting back, drinking syrup, just old layers. We only just stacking, we ain't thinking jacking. What the fuck you doing out here Cadillacing? On my fucking turf, I'ma hit you where it hurt. I'm pulling out the gate, it's time to bury you in the dirt. One more nigga dead, one more nigga in the grave. Southside nigga, time to what get paid. Let's step up, get loose, jump up on the juice. It's 95, nigga, we bustin' loose. Time to hit the show, time to hit the BET, being that key, and it's this one G with the fucking CD. We going nationwide and platinum, nigga out here, and we can't be no captains. Just laying back, they missing us on the scene because we ain't out there foes rolling clean, out there scoping. Them niggas straight hoping that they can catch us at the light, either rolling in a white or a buck or in the truck or in the hoop. But if they catch us, fool, man, we gon' make them shoot and run like the ballers. Nigga, I'll be ballin' my nine. It gets so fucking hot because I shoot so many times. Nigga, die. What? I bust you, I don't love you. Nigga with the gas front, pull the heat, don't trust you. Pulled out the pump, bust on the fucking chump. And I hear the motherfucking other nigga in the rump, they on the run. Took me 84s, I got 84s and some fresh low pros. We gotta take the green, maybe take the red. We got to go out there, two to the head. It just ain't no game, I hope they hear this tape. Because, man, cuz I just can't wait for you to try me. Cause you gon' die, G. You're fucking with me and that CD. Rolling too deep on the creep in the drop. Oh my lord, that boy just dropped the top. Whole 84s, man, blowing big smoke. Pull out the pistol, man, get the nigga he smoke. Dead on the curb, maybe on the freeway. Try to jack us on that Sunday. Coming from that makeup, nigga thought we wasn't real. I pulled out the 9 bust on his bumper grill. I made the boy slide, he was in the tent. I came back hard, what is heaven sent? Blunt, pop the truck, smash the gas, make the music blast. Cause I done just smoked one of them niggas' ass. It just gotta be that way from the south side. It ain't no way we dying, cause we gon' survive through the struggle. Man, watch the feds, they looking in my crib, man, I can't lay my head down and rest tight, because they ate at night. If it ain't the jack.
Alright, we live from the 9-5. Welcome to the 9-5 Gaming Channel, right? This is the 9-5 Podcast. I'm your host, JD from the 9-5. Welcome. If this is your first time, I really appreciate you for stopping by and tuning in. Now, let's get into this. I know you're listening to the music in the background, right? The music, I'm just making sure I'm good, making sure I'm live. Can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you're tuned in, or if you tune in later, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clearly. If I need to change my audio, put a 2. But right now, put a 1 if I'm good, homie. But if you're interested in what I'm listening to, right? If you're wondering what the hell is he listening to, right? This little music that I'm listening to in the background, that's the Screw. You know, Fat Pad, DJ Screw. It's a different sound. That's really the influence of my whole 9-5, you know, 9-5 Gaming Channel. But just to give you some flavor on what's going down over here in the 9-5, you dig? So I got a podcast going on. I got a playlist going down. Go check out that playlist of the 9-5 Podcast. I break down some subjects in which we talk about, you know, things that are going on in the industry. Maybe overreactions, maybe logical reactions, but we going over it. I'm going over how I feel about the situations that go down in the industry, and also things that I'm going through. You know, I want to talk to y'all straight up. That's why I'm here before the stream really start, right? So yeah, just let me know if you can hear me loud and clearly. You feel me? Put a 1 in the chat. Share this out. You feel me? Let me know if you from the South like me. You know what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, put a 3 in the joint, or put a 9, a 9-5 or something, man. Let me know if you understand. You know, Yeah, I'm getting a little too excited here. My bad. Let me know if you understand where I'm coming from, bro. If you're from where I'm from, you'll know why I have all of this going down, the music and everything. But hey, let's go ahead and get into the podcast, right? I don't want to waste that much time. We already 11 minutes in. We already 11 minutes in. I appreciate you for stopping by, right? So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and phase them out a little bit. Yeah, that's DJ Screw, Fat Pat Freestyle. I want to be free. That's something you can find on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description if you are interested in the music, the DJ Screw sound, chopped and screwed, all that kind of thing, man. That's going. He changed the culture. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. But anyways, let me go ahead and phase him out right quick. Boom, boom, and let's see. Damn. Where is it at? Oh, my bad. It's technical difficulties here. Professional podcasting brought to you by the 9-5 Gaming Channel. All right. Which one is it? This one. Boom. Hold on. So, what you're seeing on the screen right here, right, is my content that I have available on the channel at the moment. Right? So, these 4 videos that you see to my right are videos that are available on the 9-5 Gaming Channel. Welcome to the 9-5 Network, in which I show you what's been going down on the channel. Right? So I have a video showing, what's this right here? This video right here, it's all about the Valkyrie. It's all about the Aston Martin. I'll showcasing a new track, right, from the Forza series, Forza Motorsport, in which we dive into the car itself, how it performed. I don't think I was commentating. I'm just saying it's some information on that video that you might be interested in if you're a car aficionado, or if you're into the hobbies of vehicles and cars and whatnot. But yeah, also I have Insurgency Sandstorm content, Tarkov content, as well as Grand Theft Auto, in which that will be the first topic of today. If you're tuned into the 9-5 podcast, this is episode 8, in which I talk about a lot of gaming topics, particularly Xbox, PC, PlayStation. You're not catching nothing Nintendo over here. I'm so sorry. Not sorry. You're not catching no Nintendo content on this channel. I am not covering a console that I don't have. For one, I don't have. And it just feels weird just covering those type of games. Maybe if you're a Zelda fan and all that, but that's not me. That's not what we do on the 9-5, right? To each his own, you feel me? But everything that you see right now is from the 9-5 Network, brought to you by the 9-5 Gaming Channel. And today, I want to start the podcast off by getting into the subject, right? How I said Rockstar developers are going back full time, back to work. You see it in the title. They going back to work, baby. Full time. Just to give you an idea of what game they're working on, right? I'm going to give you an idea on what game they're working on. I'll show you. I got you. Not that. Bam. Alright, so I got to get into character. If you're tuned into the 9-5, I'm glad you're here. I'm JD from the 9-5, and today we're talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. My expectations, because this was like, If you tuned into one of those videos that I just shown from the 9-5 network, in one of those live streams, I was building on, right, my perspective on how Rockstar can take the world building to another level, how they can innovate the industry with just moving the pencil up and down. You know what I'm saying? They are that good when it comes to developing an open world sandbox, fluid gameplay, very good narrative. I can go down the list. Huge, amounts of customization, huge amounts of just freedom in that sandbox, right? They just, there's no other developer like Rockstar themselves. So with the recent, trailer that you're seeing right now, we all seen the reveal of GTA 6, man. Oh my God. It shocked us. And I think it's because the reason why it was leaked by somebody that worked at Rockstar, right? It was leaked. Not even worked. I think it was their son or something, or a relative close to them. But we do know about the leaks that happened a year ago. That wasn't like this trailer, because this trailer just took off. I mean, first of all, it revealed the setting. It was legit. It's legit. So with the legit information, we got the trailer, seeing actual footage of the game. Now we got to say in our minds and see with our own eyes what they're developing. Now Rockstar, we all know Rockstar got that juice. They got that juice, man. They got that juice that nobody. If they give you that juice, bro, if you're working with Rockstar, you are special. When I say like character wise, like I remember seeing this video, T-Pain saying he couldn't even do RP no more because he's working with GTA 6. I'm like, yo, Rockstar got that pull. You know what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. But anyways, I'm just giving them a pat on. But anyways, the recent headline, right? If you tuned into the 9-5 gaming channel, right, we're talking about workers going back full time, going back to the offices. The developers of this game you see right here, GTA 6, baby. Whew. Man. So just to interject further into my opinion on the world building, the workers coming back, world building. Come on, it's the final stretch, baby. It's the final stretch. I know y'all got the world down. Who had shouted twerking on top of the car? That was something special. That was special, right? I mean, the world building is here. One thing about Rockstar and their employees is, or maybe whoever they consult with, or because I don't know if these developers are outside like that in Florida to actually encapsulate the world that they've shown in this trailer. So listen to what I'm saying. One thing that I always want to question and just always pat them on the back, right? Rockstar North, the developers of Grand Theft Auto, are not from America. They're not in America. The primary developers of Rockstar Games, Rockstar North, are not based in America. So the fact that they're able to capture the satiricalness of American society and also architecturally, build the world into something believable. They done built this thing into something. Just look at this. They done built it into just Twitter. Like that little small verse that, we inflate sometimes. But what they've done is the infusion of the reality, like the world, and also this Twitter, this socialness, the social media aspect that we see, the things that we see through social media about Florida. They are aficionados at capturing everything. So why not come back into the office for 5 more days? Well, not 5 more days. My bad. I'm so sorry. For 5 days a week. 5 days a week. That is the correct information. I apologize. The recent information has said that the developers have been asked to come back in for 5 more days. Now, I keep saying 5 more days. That's how long I want the game to come out. I want 5 more days. I wish it was that close. But now the developers have been asked by Rockstar to come back to work in the offices for 5 days a week. In which, hey, I understand this whole narrative. Oh, development is hard and this and that, and they want to push that as if that's the hardest job in the world. You see where I'm going? Like, I'm facetiously saying that. I'm sorry, not sorry, but back in the office, bro. Final scratch. This the game right here. This gon' put money in your generation's pocket if it hasn't already. GTA 5 is continuously doing that as we speak. Online, always, bro. People still play GTA 5 online. That's a cash cow in itself. Cash cow, if you didn't understand what I said, cash cow. So, if you tuned into the 9-5, we're talking about GTA 6, right? The developers of GTA 6 have been asked to show back up to work 5 days a week and full time. Pull up in the offices. Let's get it. We in the final stretch. Coming 2025. You see, Rockstar said, "Hey, bro, we about to release the biggest game in entertainment history. Not even just game, the biggest product. It's gonna move the needle." Right, just like how Fortnite, Fortnite gained that respect, bro. It gained that solitude in the industry. It gained that household name. And you can say Grand Theft Auto did, from Grand Theft Auto 1 to Grand Theft Auto 3. But it wasn't, I don't think it was household in the 90s like that. But when they released GTA 3, it revolutionized and evolved the industry on sandbox, open world, third person. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they really innovated in that aspect. So they had GTA 3, they had Vice City, they had San Andreas. They had 4. I mean, that is a quantity of games that has that level of masterpiece to it. Like, these games are masterful. Each and every iteration of a Grand Theft Auto game are masterful. Right? As we in this current gaming state of remastering games, not every game is masterful from the jump, if you get what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to remaster a game that was mid. Like, it's gonna be mid with high res, like what y'all doing. But every game that Rockstar has released in terms of Grand Theft Auto is masterful. Why not come back in, bro? I know you probably was tired of working on it for the last 10 years. Woo, man. I know full production didn't start until after Red Dead Redemption 2. But I understand you was in the concept stages, and whenever Red Dead Redemption was being made, and I know, come on, I know you was putting full work into Red Dead Redemption and this and that, but you was thinking about GTA the whole time. That's the cash cow. That's what's gonna make it shake. Looking at this trailer, I understand we're probably looking at like alpha footage, or maybe like pre-beta. You know what I'm saying? Like footage that will get better. It will change. I would say it will change for the creative purposes of the game itself. Most of the time, you will see different graphical fidelity changes. Like where I'm at in the podcast, if you tuned into the 9-5, we're talking about the production place in which Rockstar may be for GTA 6. The people has been asked to come back in 5 days a week, full time. where they at. Based off this trailer, I can assume that it's going to get better. For the thematic purposes, they're going to keep it how I hope it stays within how they shown in this trailer. But we do know for like creative purposes, we might see a different design change and maybe some architectural changes. Maybe it'll be small. Maybe different graphical changes, different anti-aliasing methods, or all that kind of technical minutia. But I understand what we see here is what we're going to get. Based off of what we seen in the first trailer from GTA 5, it just gave us a vibe. This trailer has gave us more in the reveal trailer than the GTA 5 trailer has gave to us. Now, is that exemplary of how they feel, right? Is that an example of how they feel about GTA 6? Like they want to show more, meaning that we feel good about this product, or are they really giving us the same level of information that they gave us in that first trailer for GTA 5? Yet this game is so beyond our own understanding of how expansive it is. It's gonna blow our minds whenever, even if this was just a lot that they shown in this trailer. Like, even after this, it's just gonna be like, like, you know what I'm saying? They are the only developers that can accomplish this level of just surprise, evolution, revolution, the change, the game changing. They are the only developers that can do that. So my hopes, right? Everybody going back in full time. Just continue what you're doing. Just do what you do. You are an essential worker. You are loved. Huh? Y'all not from America, but y'all making it shake by making it look like a Florida place. Like Florida, it's really like how you seeing in this trailer. This is no fake. No faking and shaking. This is real spiel. Like, look at how this looks. But hold on. Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Let's talk about these characters. Let me zoom out. Let's talk about these characters. Did you just see Lucia? Brethren and sisters, did y'all just see Miss Lucia? She is one of the main characters in GTA 6, right? So what they revealed in this trailer, if you didn't know, this is the this is the 9-5 podcast, episode 8. We're talking about GTA 6, developers coming back in to work full time, right? In the offices, that is. Then on top of that, we're going to dive into possibly the current state of the industry, and also, these 4 games for the streets, that is Grounded, Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, and Sea of Thieves. But it's an experiment, right? We'll get into that. But on to the subject of Rockstar Games. You're doing good, bro. Do what you do. Drop trailer 2 around September. You don't need to drop it in the summertime when everybody doing their thing, Xbox doing their little showcase deal. You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta do that. Drop that thing in August, cause Wukong needs some time to shine. You feel me? Cause when this trailer dropped, the mind share gonna be the whole month. The whole month of that trailer dropping is for GTA. It's a trailer. This is the weight that I'm talking about. Rockstar has that type of weight. You mean to tell me if I drop a game in the same month of a trailer dropping, is it going to affect my sales? Maybe. Shoot, because people going to think we're a little bit more closer to GTA 6 than we might think. So that's going to, I'm thinking for me right now. But hey, some others might think the same way, you dig? So I'm like, I might miss out on this purchase of this game that's coming out this month. I'm thinking about GTA 6. So high. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little fanboy ish when it comes to Grand Theft Auto. This game is household, man. It's one of my most beloved games of all time. So I'm not gonna shake back from that and act like I'm fanboy for Rockstar. Like, I didn't become fanboy until really Vice City. I didn't even know what Scarface was at the time. I didn't develop more of an appreciation for Vice City until I got into like college or something. Right? And the fact that we're going back to Vice City, which was revealed in this trailer. Come on, man. Come on. I'm so prepared for this. So one thing I learned, is that the reception of people, the reception from a corporation or a publisher like Rockstar coming in and saying, "Hey, yo, y'all got to come back into work," and people having a problem with that, or at least the people that are saying, "Hey, bro, what's the issue?" It's not a problem with people, bringing up that question. Because I don't think this whole game development. Come on, bro. We working jobs, regardless of what you think is a career or your job. It's a job to the people that's above you. We can get all empathetic and sympathetic. Oh, it's sad. Yeah, it's like that. We're gonna talk about the state of the industry. We can get into that. But what I'm speaking on is the fact that you're able to see what GTA 6 is prior to anybody else in the joint, anybody else out in the cut. Man, stop complaining, homie. Stop complaining, bro. Stop it. And if any developer pull up or look at this, man, look, if you're in America, because I do know they have to have some American Rockstar like subsidiaries, like little development studios, maybe not, available to the public to know, but it's all around America where they can get intel on how American culture is. You dig? But if you're pulling up, bro, you should be grateful that you're working on a game in itself. Like, just be grateful that you alive. Like, I always want to ring it back around to that. You alive, homie. If you alive and watching this 995 podcast, I really appreciate it. Hit that like button and subscribe if you dig the content that you've seen. My hottest content that I've been dropping lately. I really appreciate it. Everybody that's been here since the jump, been here since day one, the 290 that I last checked. Let's get it to 300. I really appreciate it. Let's go. We're talking about GTA 6, right? And possibly, it being the greatest game of all time, and it will be. But no, the workers coming in 5 days a week, and last stretch. This is it. We in full production. We getting all the glitches out with bug testing, everything. I'm very much prepared for GTA 6, man. The thing I expect out of that game, the world building, like based off this trailer, like I was speaking on earlier, they're gonna hit it out the park. Los Angeles was very much well put together with Los Santos in GTA 5, so I understand that GTA 6 will have that same level of care when it comes to authenticating the environment, the world building. I don't think it's going to be barren. I mean, look how lush it is. The number of pads and everything that's active on screen simultaneously, like you see right now. They've been making the draw distance. Look at that. I mean, everything. And it's on point, man. These animations is crazy. It's crazy. It's another thing I want to bring up. Stay with me now. Now, if you're from America and you from like the southern half of America, from Texas to Georgia, do we consider Florida the South? Like the South, you feel me? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but the South. This is an exclusive question for those who reside in Texas, maybe Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee, maybe West Virginia, all that South Carolina, all that kind of thing. But when I say the South, man, like, you get what I'm talking about? Like, I'm talking about, like, where I'm from, the Central South. You feel me? We in the central part, but I that's a question that I have. Like, is Florida considered the South? Like, I know in the culture, do they just consider themselves Floridians, like their own little sector of music? They still in the culture, but it's like, is it South? Is it that deep South sound? What is deep South? We can get into that later, but like we seeing in that little handshake right there, like, I always wonder, will deep South be something that we see shown in this iteration of Grand Theft Auto? But they got the Floridian culture down, to say the least. But I'm really excited to see what happens with GTA 6. I'm looking at the draw distance. Of course, I think that's gonna get cut down. They're gonna make a lot of cuts and stuff, but especially for the console versions. But I feel like we are looking at the console versions with these trailers. This first trailer that we see, this is the console version of it. They're the only company that makes me have FOMO when it comes to having to buy a console. I don't have a console, bro. I'm working with PC, and they gonna make me wait. These jokers gonna make me wait. But I gotta buy a console. They are the only console seller out there, in my opinion. GTA is the only the only game that moves consoles. Like, for that maybe first year or so. But it's gonna move a console regardless. Man. We can go on about GTA all day, but this is the 9-5 Podcast, episode 8. I'm glad you tuned in. Let's go ahead and move on to the next subject. We are 39 minutes into the podcast. I'm glad you're here. And we're talking about GTA full-time going, the developers of Grand Theft Auto series. The developers are going back into the offices 5 days a week working. It's been some discourse online about whether or not is it okay for them to do that since they've been working at home. But hey, look, man, it is what it is. Just keep moving. It ain't about what happened. What you gonna do next? All right, what you gonna do next? So the next thing I want to get into, right? Let's get into, where's it at? Let's get into these streets, man. We got to get into these streets. Because word on the street is, I think these four games has left the block. They not on your block no more, man. They out in the streets, man. They gone. They not on your corner. They not where we at no more. That Team Green, all of that, they outside. Yeah, they for everybody. But no, I'm not gonna do them like that. Let me be real. It's really Happy Meals, right? What you see here are 4 games for Microsoft, Xbox, in which they decided, hey, these are first party games, but we're going to see how they perform on other consoles, other platforms, right? We're witnessing something that we've never really seen before in the industry, but in the business sense, it makes logical sense. You feel me? It makes sense. I mean, these are grounded, for one. You see, hold on, let me get out the way. I got to get out the way. Bam. Now what you see here is Grounded, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, all for the streets. But we giving back to the streets. You know what I'm saying? We giving back to the streets. It's the Happy Meals, man. If they not happy, We gonna tell the plug, like, come on, bro. We tried to tell you. They don't want what we got. This ain't gon'. We gotta make it shake here first, bro. We gotta build up here. But I'll get into my own thoughts and all that about that later. But Grounded, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, and Sea of Thieves are making ways to the PlayStation 5 platform, or PlayStation 4, that is, and also Nintendo Switch. So let's get into this Xbox Wire post, in which new platforms, new players, 4 fan favorite Xbox games coming to Nintendo Switch and Sony platforms. So this was published by Xbox, or the Xbox Wire, February 21st, 2024. And we have Matt Booty, the president of Game Content and Studios. Nintendo Switch and Sony platforms. Ugh. Never thought I'd see the day. Alright. So starting with this first paragraph. At Xbox, we strive to create games that inspire, entertain, and connect players from around the world. As a publisher and platform, we are committed to meeting players where they are by bringing more games to more people and on more devices. And at the heart of all we do are our players and the vibrant communities that they build around the games they love. Okay, so okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's straight. I see what they talk. Vibrant communities. I do understand the community of what you call it? Sea of Thieves, Grounded. Those are vibrant communities. That's what they're talking about when they speak on vibrant communities. They are ongoing. People love those two games. Sea of Thieves has ingrained itself in the live service space since 2016, 2017. It's been a while, but it's been in the industry for a while for a community to build up and keep it going. It's an ongoing live service that makes sense, business sense, to experiment on other platforms. Let me put on my glasses here. Yeah, all right. So this was February 21st, if you didn't know. I didn't have a podcast last week. So I'm covering everything that went down in the last couple of weeks or so, in which, you know how the industry goes, man. Everybody react. Here I am reacting. But there are some who overreact. I might have a little of that juice in me, but you'll get that after we read through this wire post. Let's continue. Today we are announcing that 4 fan favorite Xbox games will be coming to Nintendo Switch and Sony platforms this spring. You know, that surprised me. The fact that the games are showing up on those platforms a little bit more earlier than we thought. I thought it would be maybe later on in the year, because it's not like Sony is you know, famine of exclusives. Now they kind of are now. We do know Hiroki Totoki came out and said, yo, man, how y'all doing things is cool, but businesses, we got to make some changes. So for that, we ain't got no exclusives until, no first party, you know, in-house exclusives until March 2025. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was going to be later on in this year, because they do have third-party exclusive deals. Like, we do know Final Fantasy Rebirth just came out, right? It just came out. Man, that FOMO is real. In my mind, I was like, you know what, bro? I might need to get that PlayStation 5. I might need that 5, man. So, but I want to wait until that Pro come out. That PS5 Pro, that was also in the rumors. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, it surprised me it was this early, but let me continue. The studios that built these celebrated games have drawn out their multi-platform experience to open the worlds they created to even more players and communities. Oh, My fanboy is going off and it just ring. It just because I'm not thinking of these 4 games. I'm not thinking of the 4 games of these right here. I'm thinking of the games that might show up afterwards. It's just going to be a weird way of seeing society and seeing the gaming industry change. Like, we got first party Halo. I mean, oh my God. Oh no. Anyways, let's continue. So, here are the 4 games that they speak on. Pentiment from Obsidian Entertainment, a truly unique, critically acclaimed and award-winning narrative adventure game with a striking visual style inspired by history itself. Will be continuing to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch on February 22nd. And that's Pat. People are playing Pentiment right now as we speak, as I do the 9-5 podcast, episode 8. If you tuned in, hit that like button and subscribe. Do your thing. I'm very much grateful for everybody that's tuned into my last video of Insurgency Sandstorm. Check it out. It is in the description right now. I have all the latest content that I dropped last week, or this week, that is, on or in the description. So go check it out, and you'll be, well up to date on what's going down in the 9-5. So we live. We are talking about the 4 games, right, that we just gave away. We're just experimenting right now. We just letting the people know, hey, we care about you. We know y'all are famine. We know y'all struggling. I'm speaking about Sony right now. I'm getting into the whole, getting into the console warish kind of thing. But anyways, yes, Pentiment is out right now as we speak for PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. But we do know there's been some controversy around Pentiment because they released I don't know if they released it, but there's a 120 frames patch that is on PlayStation that wasn't available on the original console it dropped in the first place, and that was the Xbox Series consoles. You mean to tell me they didn't have 120 frames available from the start? Yo, what are you doing, Microsoft? What are you doing? Come on, bro. That's bad. That's just bad. Just to simply put it, that is bad. The way people, it's bad, but it's like, I'm not going to just go crazy over it. I mean, I know things be happening, but I'm not going crazy over that. What I look like? I'm not playing the game anyway. But these games, I'm not playing. I'm just giving y'all the news because, I care about what's going down. These are a precedent. This precedent right we seeing right here is gonna be shocking whenever a game that I do care about shows up on PlayStation. Halo. Halo or possibly Gears, bro. Oh. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a Halo or Gears going to PlayStation? That'll be a sad day. That'll be a sad day, man. That'll be a sad day. Let's continue. Hi-Fi Rush, right? I was about to go to Grounded. I'm reading this. Oh, that's also released as well. What? So soon. The award-winning and beloved rhythm-based action game where the world syncs to the music from Tango Gameworks, Bethesda Softworks, will be coming to PlayStation 5 on March 19th at midnight. Oh, okay, UTC, with pre-purchase available on PlayStation 5 digital storefronts February 22nd. Okay. Righteous. Okay, so March 19th, we'll see Hi-Fi Rush pop up on other consoles, on PlayStation 5, that is. There's been question whether now, why haven't we seen this pop up on the Switch? Why can't it run on the Switch? Well, I mean, we know how old the Switch is. The Switch probably can't make that thing, be in sync like it was originally designed to be. But I do know, or we know that, check it out. I gotta kind of whisper, right? Nintendo, bro, they're not playing right now. I don't want to say nothing out of pocket because they gonna come around. They gonna say, "Hey, check it out, bro." They gonna come around. Be like, "Hey, bro, you can't talk about that." But we do know, right? We do know there is a Nintendo Switch 2, right? A 2 or something being made as we speak, and it's been rumored that it's been delayed out into the spring of 2025. The reason why I say you gotta be a little careful with Nintendo, bro, because they're going after the emulators of Yuzu, right? The one that emulates the Switch. They're going for them. Like, yo, we sending all them lawyers. We sending the Yakuza for you, because that's how I feel about. That's how I feel about them. That's how I feel about them. These dudes move different. Sure, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play around when it comes to them. Anyways, it begs to question whether or not we'll see Hi-Fi Rush show up on the other consoles, the other Nintendo platform that will be available next year. So it couldn't run on the Switch, so that's not happening. It's on PlayStation 5, available March 19th. Pre-order it right now as we speak. Go check it out. I haven't played it. I haven't played any of these games, but I'm covering them because it's gonna hurt me when the next foe or the next two, like a Halo Master Chief Collection or a Master Chief. Imagine Microsoft coming out and saying, "Yo, we got a Master Chief Collection and a Gears Collection available on PlayStation." Available on PlayStation 5 right now. It's not gonna really bother me, bro. It's not gonna bother me. But it's gonna be weird, bro. You can't cap. It's gonna be weird. Seeing, cause it's like, why Xbox first? Why y'all gotta do it first? I know you're trying to recoup the money from the ABK deal, but man, not Halo, bro. Don't do us like that. I know you're trying to peel that Band-Aid, but don't do it like that, man. But anyways, a little too dramatic here on the 9-5. And if you tuned in, this is the 9-5 podcast, and we're talking about Grounded, Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, and Hi-Fi Rush showing up on the Nintendo platforms and the Sony platforms, and the precedent it might set for other franchises or first-party IP from Microsoft. So yeah, we have also from Obsidian Entertainment, a co-op survival adventure phenomenon that has welcomed 20 million players into the backyard will be coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch on April 16th. Crossplay will be supported across Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Wow. That, woo. So they're going to see an incremental leap in players, right? They're going to see that happen with Grounded. The fact that crossplay is happening across all those platforms, they're going to make it shake. They're going to make sure it runs well. But that will be a task. I want to see how it performs on a PlayStation 4. Right, this is the first one we see where it shows up on a last generation console, in which it was the PlayStation 4. The thing with the PlayStation 4 is the install base. The install base for the PlayStation 4 is one of the largest. Is come on now. So why not be advantageous in releasing this game onto the PlayStation 4 platform? So furthermore, let's get into Sea of Thieves. The shared world adventure game from Rare will be coming to PlayStation 5 on April 30th and will be available to wishlist by PlayStation 5 players starting tomorrow. February 22nd, having built a passionate community of more than 35 million players from around the world, the support of crossplay for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC will allow players to experience epic adventures or pirate adventures with friends on more platforms. Another game that I see very advantageous to the plan that they have for these four games. Now, I see Pentiment. That's not going to move the needle that much. Hi-Fi Rush, that is going to acquire a niche market for PlayStation gamers that may be interested in purchasing an Xbox console whenever Hi-Fi Rush 2 releases. Now, the question is, will it make sense for Microsoft to release release a maybe Hi-Fi Rush 2 multiplat, simultaneously release it on PlayStation and Xbox? Because would it make sense to, neglect that whole fan base? Like, the reason why we put that, we question that, right? The reason why I say it is because their own sayings themselves, how they're trying to, they still want to be in the console business, right? They're still working on hardware. But are you really pushing hardware in your marketing, right? Are you really pushing it in the sense of, okay, we want all these screens. We want screens everywhere. But you don't necessarily need a console for, you got xCloud now. So for you to speak in that sense, and also, okay, what about the console business? Like, what about us? Like, what about that marketing? It's hard for Microsoft to really move. They've been better in marketing or how they've been transparent to the people. It's just sometimes they just, like I said, it's just peeling that Band-Aid off a little bit gentle this time, because last generation we just battered and bruised. You know what I'm saying? The thing I always remember is, you can't take this away from me, I always remember the 1800, not the 1800, the 1080p versus 900p debate. I always forget that thumbnail of Destin or whoever it was that had that thumbnail of 900p versus 1080p, that whole thing was brutal. I was brutal to the last generation. So the way that's the reason why we're here talking about these 4 games, is because they are trying to recoup. They're trying to recoup for the last generation, right? And also recoup for the ABK deal. So they are under different circumstances than their own counterparts, in which is why we're seeing them release across all these platforms. So these titles join franchises like Minecraft, Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Diablo, which already reach players and fans on multiple platforms, and we're excited for more players to experience these worlds and stories on more platforms. See, this right here kind of be like, shut your mouth. Like, we still doing what we do. Because the fact that you mentioned Minecraft, you mentioned Call of Duty, you mentioned Overwatch, you mentioned Diablo, this doesn't, this shuts down this idea that the single player games, predominantly known for single player, are, for the streets, right? These games that they mentioned, Minecraft already is a multiplayer centric game. Call of Duty, you can say earlier in its lifespan it was single player, but now it's multiplayer centric. Overwatch, multiplayer centric. Diablo 4, multiplayer centric. It makes business sense for you to put it in this paragraph right here, this little small joint, to mention those games and kind of give us an understanding of what's going down. That's a plus in marketing. I applaud that, because now you're kind of boxing that in. But these next 4 games, that's still the question. Like, there's always that Pandora box. But kudos to y'all for, shaping it like this. Now, to continue, whether it's Nintendo Switch and PlayStation players surviving in the backyard together and grounded, or PlayStation players getting to live a pirate's life in Sea of Thieves, with crossplay, these multiplayer titles available will bring more people together and continue to grow their communities of players. Okay, right. That makes sense. They talking about the podcast. I did react to that. Go check that out on my channel. I do have a reaction talking about how advantageous they are with hardware going into the next generation, utilizing AI. But I did do, was it a podcast? Yes, where I talked about how Xbox is needed. That was the last podcast in which yes, we need the innovation from Microsoft, whether or not it's detrimental to their the social perspective right now. Like, yo, you're doing it too soon. Like, move, slow down. They do innovate the industry. They do push the needle in terms of technological or software advancements, right? So yeah, they discussed how consoles will continue to provide a flagship experience for players. Hold on. Oh. Players. So this is what it means to be a part of Xbox. All right, listen. The biggest games in the world will be on Xbox. Period. Our first party games will come to Game Pass day one. A robust and innovative multi-year hardware roadmap. Robust and innovative. All right. Compatibility with your library is a priority, inclusive of crossplay, cross-save, and robust cloud features. I wonder how that'll work or move around in the, multi-platform sense. How these cloud saves will transfer from PlayStation 5, or would PlayStation 5 allow that to happen, or Nintendo allow that to happen. I want to see how that goes. And also, Xbox will continue to help game creators find the biggest audience possible. Okay, we down for that. And as we shared in the Developer Direct earlier this year, players can look forward to Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, Avowed, Indiana Jones, and The Great Circle, and more on Xbox X and S, PC, Xbox Cloud Gaming, and Xbox Game Pass this year. There's never been a better time to play, and we can't wait for more players to experience these great games. Okay. That was the whole spiel, the corporate spiel at the end. We are an hour into the podcast. Welcome to the 9-5 Gaming channel. Hit that like button and subscribe if you are into the content. You feel me? I really dig everybody that tunes in and, engage with the content. Comment down below. Do you think? We're talking about GTA 6 first and foremost. That's what I was talking about. Just my excitement for it, pretty much. My fandom of it, right? The workers coming in 5 days a week. 5 days a week. Just to go down the full stretch, or continue on the last stretch, that is, of GTA 6 development. We know that game coming out late 2025, so we want y'all to make sure everything is nice and kinked out, bug free, this and that, so it can be the most perfect launch of all time. Right now we're talking about the 4 games from Xbox first party that are for the streets, but it's an experiment, right? It's an experiment. Grounded, Sea of Thieves, Pentiment, and Hi-Fi Rush. Like, we can look forward to those games being on, as of right now, Pentiment, and also Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves, and Grounded, later on this year, or later on this spring. Then also they're just saying they want some more people to experience the games in itself, on the maybe Xbox Game Pass, or the console, or PC, or cloud. Hey, do your thing, Microsoft. I mean, the state of the industry is changing, right? And it's sad to see other things happen simultaneously as the industry change. And by me saying that is I want to go ahead and segue into the next topic, the next thing that I want to focus on, and that is, I go check out my last my last stream, in which, let me find it. There it is. Boom. I spoke on this. I spoke on Respawn's game. You tuned into the 9-5, was talking about Respawn having to cancel the Star Wars first-person shooter, in which was rumored to be a Mandalorian game. Ooh. It's done. It's out of there. It's gone. In the bushes. Done. I don't say that with no type of amuse. This is a sad time in which people are also losing their jobs, getting laid off. It's tough. But I want to conclude the stream by talking about the state of the industry and the shakeup that we're going through, right? in which just to give you a quick breakdown, yes, there was a game that Respawn that was working on that was a first-person shooter, rumored to be a Mandalorian Star Wars based type of game. Now it's canceled, but they did confirm Jedi 3 happening. So any fan of Jedi series, the Star Wars Jedi series with Cal Kestis, the main character here that you see, and with Edie on his back, you know what I'm saying? Company shakeup. 670 people are done. They out of jobs. I'm praying that they found jobs off the rip, though, being that they are talented individuals, right? Tell us about the stories of these talented individuals one by one. What's your story, homie? Like, I always want to know how somebody that game developer, game dev, that's in these big studios, like how they making it. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, just to kind of conclude about the cuts and everything. The state of the industry, bro, is very grim right now. And if anybody want to get into the industry, you're looking at it with a side eye, like, would I really want to get into something that is very shaky right now? It's not something that is solid. The grounds is very crumble, you know what I'm saying? It's crumbling. But then again, we are getting very good or very promising releases this year. I just talked about the 4 games that are coming out on the PlayStation platform. There is some life. There is some cadence, right? Some cadence to software releases that are happening this year. We do have a lot of games, just like Final Fantasy Rebirth coming out just came out not too long ago. We have Dragon's Dogma coming out. We got Black Myth Wukong coming out. Hellblade 2 coming out. It's a lot of games, a lot of software that's out there that people that hasn't been laid off, right? I want them to speak up and be like, "Yo, we gonna make the best product available." That's where the influence. It's not about getting the dollar. It's really about like putting a product out there that your counterparts, right, even your competition, look at and be like, "Damn, you did that, brother. You did that. I mean, I gotta up my game." It's all about upping your game, bro. Taking it to the next level, and cutting people, away from getting to that apex, getting to that plateau of their talent is always like a damn. We ain't got much time. We ain't got that much time. So whenever you cut them, it's like, all right, now we gotta stop and figure things out. And it's not like a downer. It's just like, all right, what we gonna do next? What's the industry gonna do next after all of these layoffs? What are we gonna do next? We still have the software coming out. We just need to get over this hump. That's all it is. That's all it is. Just get over this hump. This year will be very paramount to how we perceive the industry going forward, because we understand next year will be very, very monumental for the bottom line of the industry next year. We do know Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out next year. We do understand Nintendo will be dropping another piece of hardware next year, right? Or their new piece of hardware next year. Things will go up next year. Battlefield will be releasing their new game next year, although it's looking grim for the single player gamers. You know what I'm saying? The narrative aspect of Battlefield. I do believe Vince Zampella will make that game come from the ashes. You know what I'm saying? Just arise from the ashes, right? Because I think there's a huge part of the fan base that dropped off with 2042, and we are waiting to see what's next. So 2025 has a lot in store for gaming. That is this year also as well. Microsoft being the ones that are kind of controlling that destiny. They're the ones at top when it comes to how we perceive in the industry, right? Because we're always in the news, or Xbox is always in the news, right? Whether it's good or bad. So how they're going to propel the industry going forward, we'll see. But yes, I will conclude the podcast, right? If you're tuned into the 9-5 podcast, I am hungry. I'm JD from the 9-5. but I need to live. I am hungry, and I will conclude this episode 8. I'm glad you tuned by. I don't want to prolong this episode any longer. Hey, we talked about Grand Theft Auto 6. Workers going back in 5 days a week, getting it done. Last stretch of development. Let's get it. Possibly, I believe, a late 2025 release. But if we get something early 2025, bring it on, baby. But we are in the last stretch of GTA 6 development, as well as proceeding to the next topic I spoke on, which is the 4 games that are coming out on the Xbox, or from the Xbox side onto other platforms: Grounded, Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, and Hi-Fi Rush. Those 4 games are available on other platforms by the end of spring 2024. And as well, talking about the state of the industry, right? All of these layoffs happening from Insomniac, Sony, Xbox, Toys for Bob. Good thing they were able to go independent, indie studio. Shouts out to them instead of closing down. Just all of these layoffs, but seeing the change and the shift in the ideologies and the philosophies, the state of the industry. Hiroki Tatoki, we gonna have PC day and date, right? We're gonna have PC day and date on PlayStation. It's gonna be PC day and date. I don't care what you say. They see what Helldiver is doing. The state of the industry is changing. A lot of things are happening while we speak. So if you tuned into the 9-5 and was able to hear what I had to say, most likely on demand afterwards, I really appreciate it. I thank everybody for engaging with the content that I've already posted. Tune in next week, right, for more content posted on the channel. This is the 9-5 Gaming Channel. This is episode 8 of the 9-5 Podcast. I'm glad you tuned in. This is all I have for you today. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, baby. I'm gone.